Welcome back, my spooky little trees. How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. My review is a little late because I've been adjusting to new meds. So today I am talking about the Scream Machine in Taylor, Michigan, and their Not So Silent Night. It's a creepy Christmas style haunt. My team and I were given free admission, but tickets were around $25. This is a no-touch haunt and has very few animatronics, actor heavy with very specific characters, no generic feeling characters. This is the first year of their Christmas haunt, and it was so exciting to be there. And I was there on Friday the 13th to make it all the better. For someone like me who hyper focuses on all things Halloween and all things spooky, it's nice to have an escape from the Christmas stress and rush. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So the story for the creepy Christmas haunt for their Not So Silent Night is Madame Clarice has corrupted Santa and used his power to take over the asylum now run by Jack Frost. But where's Dr. Strock? You can tell a lot of time and effort went into turning this into a creepy Christmas style haunt. It was actually a goal of mine to count all the Christmas trees in the haunt, but I got distracted and I lost count. Anyways, there were a lot of them. There were a lot of them along with presents, toys, wrapping paper, cards to Santa. Some of them had some raunchy things on them. Oh my god. Bulbs and a lot of other Christmas decor everywhere. You will see and hear some of the cards that we read off while going through the haunt, because at the end of this, I do have footage for the haunt. I did trim it down to under 4 minutes, but you will get to see, it did take around 15 minutes to go through in its entirety, and I trimmed that down so you get to see little fine-tuned sections that I just found appealing and appropriate to add. Now, it's pretty much Scream Machine, but with a Christmas twist. And that being said, the set designs are always so impressive, and I love how beautiful and chilling they made everything. Costumes seem original, and most were amazing, and I will say the ones that weren't great, I think they were done for comedic effect, and it worked well. If you want, I think you know what I'll be talking about, especially with the Yeti. The goat scream. I will never get tired of the goat scream. The haunt is well lit since there are Christmas lights everywhere, so the jump scares are less impactful, but overall still very good quality. And because it's well lit, you get to see more of the fine details of the haunt, which is really cool. They spaced out groups, so it's a very personal experience, and I love that they improvise with whatever weird things you may say at them. So it's like, so they know what to say in character and to stay in character, but if you say something and maybe they know how to improvise, they will get back. Regardless of what you say at them, they will have something to say back at you. They do not shy away from it. And a quick note, this is just a me thing. Does anyone else have trouble pushing through the birthing bags? That might sound like a weird thing to, the airbag things you have to like squeeze through that are really dark, and it is really, anyway, I tend to go like ass first. Like, cause I try and then I have to turn around and I have to go like ass first through them, which is kind of weird. I think I just need to get good. I kind of wonder if it's kind of odd for an actor to see someone come out of those little squeezy bags ass first. I'm sorry if that weirded anyone out. I don't know how else to get through those. That's just how I always end up in when there's a haunt like that. I'm sorry. So one of the things that I had talked to the owner about, which was why I love Scream Machine, is their dysfunctional like type family atmosphere in there. And I don't mean the workers who are working there. I don't mean the manager and the owners. I don't mean any of that. I mean how the actors, their characters interact with one another and with the people, guests going through. It just seems like a really big dysfunctional family, and I love it. Like a big scary one with a lot of adult jokes. That's what we meant, in case they didn't understand, but like it's great. You get to see them throw snowballs at each other and throw other things at each other. I'm not really quite sure, and yell obscene things at one another. It's I don't know, it's great. The actors, including the line actors and roamers, are really interactive and always seem to know who scares easily from who doesn't. Either way, you're going to be entertained. Just because you don't get scared does not mean you're going to go to this haunt and be bored. They're going to entertain you, and it's good. And I'm going to get more into a little more detail on that in a little bit. In just a minute. So there's great photo opportunities outside and while in line, and I love the fake snow. Just don't open your mouth like I did, because it's soap. I'm pretty sure it's soap. It does not taste good. I'm an idiot. And you know what, and I knew it was, but I'm just like, fuck it, you know, it got in, it's there, you know. A lot of humor, including adult jokes, like I said, within the haunt, which made every minute entertaining. And it didn't seem like there were as many actors as the Halloween season, but they did all their parts just as well. They covered everything really well. And some of the actors of note that I really enjoyed was Miss Claus. First of all, when you go in, you get to get a picture with creepy Santa taken by the elf. And you know what? He had some jokes too. Oh my God. You get to sit on Santa's lap, regardless how old you are. And then you go into the next room, you're greeted by Mrs. Claus. And Mrs. Claus was a hoot. And I love that, like, they tend, like, a lot of haunts now are like have at least one character that is a man cross-dressing as a woman, and you know what, it works. Mrs. Claus did a fantastic job. Just every bit of it was just really entertaining. And Jack Frost did a great job. Why was he so charismatic? That's what I want to know. He was so charismatic, and the nurse that came out was so convincing. She spit something on the floor. I don't really know what it was, but we made sure to kind of zoom in on it a little bit because it was something. I don't know what came out of her. Madame Clarice had a little shocking device thing towards the end. Don't know what that was. I guess shock. It was cool. The elevator actress, and I've said this since, I think this is mentioned in the 2018 review too. How do you see? How do you see? And how do you get, because you get so close to us within just like maybe 3 inches from our face, and you're not touching us, but like that goes pitch black and then it like flashes. I don't know how you do it. It really good job. It is unnerving and I love it, and it's just baffling. Gingerbread Man, I did say, I messed up when I saw the gingerbread man. I'm like, hey, look, a ginger. And I'm just like, wait, gingerbread man. I just got really excited, and sometimes I don't finish my train of thoughts and it just ends there. But it was a gingerbread man. You'll hear me say it on the video. Gingerbread man, not that. But anyway, I loved this suit for him, and I loved that they had him in a giant oven. It was great. The giant rat puppet, phenomenal as always. It was used differently than it was used in the Halloween season, but it was still really well used, and I loved it. And of course, who wouldn't love the Jingle Bell animatronic? Anyway, it's kind of it's one of the drop down animatronics that comes up from a ceiling, and they decided to cover it in jingle bells and Christmas decor. And if there was anything to put jingle bells on, that was it. Just to hear just going, it was perfect. It was perfect. Now I have suggestions, and these are just suggestions. I would love to see just a bit more creepy to the haunt, like warp the Christmas things just a little bit more. You could have like a man-eating presents, so like present mimics. If you're aware of what a mimic is, usually they're a treasure chest with teeth and a tongue, and like a ravenous reindeer, haunted sled, a gingerbread man eating a gingerbread house, and you know, it could turn into a joke of is almost eating like himself. It's almost like cannibalism. Maybe that's a bit far. I don't know. I just think these would be fun additions for the future. I would love to see if they could have like a giant mimic or Santa's sack that opens up and you go through it and it closes as you go through it. If they had something like that at Erebus with a pumpkin, and it was really cool. I would love to see if Scream Machine could do that. I know they don't have as much room to work with, but maybe that could happen. Maybe that could happen. I have a lot of ideas, and I'm just really excited for them because they did a really good job, and this was just their first year for the creepy Christmas haunt for Not So Silent Night. I really hope that they can do this again next year. I really hope they did well. But and also thinking maybe for the mini escape rooms, maybe turn them into a mini Christmas escape rooms, help bring in extra people that way, some extra funds. And I did want to mention, I'm really glad to have gotten hold of a beanie while I was there. I do want to say for I have a thing for beanies. I think I've mentioned this before. I wanted to say for the Scream Machine, my only critique would be, instead of just like a little badge on it, could it be like embroidered like how it is up here? This is like a seamless, let me see, so this is kind of like seamless, where this is like a badge. If you could actually more imprint that in, it could have the skull, it could not have the skull, but it could say Scream Machine on the top, just in addition to make the beanies look a little bit better. And I think that would be a really cool like theme to kind of have like a design, like just to have it without the borders on it that the patch does. And will the Doctor escape his new prison and take over again for next year for the Halloween season? What's going to happen? And when he's back in control, I was just thinking, oh, if there could be an, if there's going to be another Christmas haunt for 2025, when he's back in control, he could take over Santa and the monsters and put those monsters and a lot of elves and stuff into the asylum. He could kick out Jack Frost out of the asylum and put just a bunch of other stuff, like elves into the asylum. They could be committed in like straitjackets and stuff. I don't know. This is just a fun idea. They're not critiques. They're not critiques. These are just, the only critique is I just like to see a little bit more of the creepy aspect to it. And let me know, have you been to the Scream Machine? Did you go to any Xmas themed haunted houses this year or in previous years? What did you think? Tell me in the comments down below. And again, I am Skeleton Belle, and I will see you next time.
Come on, Nancy, you met my husband. He's a real piece of work, huh? Ever since the reindeer and anything, he hasn't touched any of this milk and cookies in a while. I don't understand him. We got all these naughty kids. All I want to look action. He can't handle it.
Yes.
Look, we got all the good broken toys for the naughty ones. They don't get good things here. You like it? It looks even better now!
What time do ya?
Yo. Festive.
Look at him! What do you pretty little brats want from us now? This way!
This way, this way.
No, it's only 12 days till Christmas. You better get your letters into Santa so I can get them presents on that train by midnight. Let's go!
Santa, give me more friends. Oh.
Dear Santa, make the clowns go away.
Do you? Oh my God.
It's to have my baubles drop.
Santa calls me daddy.
Oh my God.
But you know, he'll work something out. He's magical.
You know, they put me in his office and they said make the place a lot cooler. So I did.
I love what you done.
Thank you. I'm just mentioning, for no reason. Just, yeah, I guess so. All right, I'll get you the kids out of here. Hey, nurse!
What?
My job here is done.
Just because you have a soul named after you think you're all that? This guy is insane. Don't listen to a single thing he says. He's got eyes for brains and snow for somewhere else. Let's go, guys.
I'm calm, I'm chill.
Shove the whole bottle down your throat! I don't care! Oh yeah! Look at it on your face! You won't erase!
Festive. Wow.
What? Was that a ginger? What was that?
I don't know.
A gingerbread man, not a ginger.
A ginger. My God.
If I were you, I would wonder what I want before you become my next.